Friends, welcome to Learn Easy. We will discuss causes of market failure. Market failure happens when the market cannot allocate the resources in a correct format so that the equilibrium quantity and the equilibrium price of a commodity to be achieved. The market either overallocates or underallocates the resources for production. Due to the market failure, externalities arise. A market failure has a negative effect on the economy due to the non-optimal allocation of resources. In other words, the social cost to manufacture the goods or services, that is, all the opportunity costs of input resources used in the creation is not minimized. This also leads to the wastage of resources. Causes of market failure. First, when social costs exceed social benefits, especially where negative externalities, external costs are high. Let us first understand what the externalities are meant for. Externalities occur when the consumption of a good or service benefits or harms a third party. Pollution resulting from the production of certain goods is an example of negative externality that can hurt individuals and communities. The collateral damage caused by negative externalities may lead to market failure. Second, overprovision of demerit goods like alcohol and tobacco. The external costs arising from demerit goods are not reflected in the market, and so they are overproduced, and these cause market failure. Third, underprovision of merit goods such as schools, hospitals and public transport. Since the external benefits of these goods are not reflected in the market, they are underproduced and these cause market failure. Fourth, lack of public goods such as roads, bus terminals and street lights. Since their consumption cannot be measured and charged a price for, they are not produced by the private sector and cause market failure. When resources cannot move between their optimal uses and thus are not used to the maximum. For example, when workers, labor, don't have occupational or geographic mobility, immobility of resources occur, which ultimately contributes to market failure. Sixth, information failure. When information between consumers, producers and the government are not efficiently and correctly communicated. As for example, a cosmetic firm advertises its products as healthy when it is in fact not. The consumers who believe the firm and use its products might suffer skin damage. When there is insufficient information available to certain participants in the market, this can also be the source of market failure. If the buyer or seller in a transaction lacks access to the information on which the price is based, they may be willing to overpay or undercharged for a good or service, disrupting the market's equilibrium. Seventh, abuse of market control. When one party has too much control over a market, this can also create imbalanced pricing and lead to market failure. Monopoly businesses may use their powers to charge consumers a high price and only produce products they wish to. This is so because they know consumers have no choice but to buy for them. Now, let us see how different market works. Monopoly: a single supplier who supplies the entire market with a particular product without any competition. In the case of monopoly, one firm dominates the market, barriers to entry, likely supernormal profit. As for example, public utilities like water, gas and electricity, railway transport in many countries are provided by their respective governments with no other producer allowed in the market. Second, perfect competition. Many firms, freedom of entry, homogeneous product, normal profit. As for example, foreign exchange markets, agricultural markets, internet related industries, etc. If you find the topic interesting and helpful, may please subscribe my channel and press the notification bell if not done earlier. Third, oligopoly, an industry dominated by few firms. Firms involved in collusive behavior and seek to form an agreement to increase prices. It has interdependence of firms and barrier to entry. When prices are stable, firms show kinked demand curve and compete on non-price competition. As for example, steel industry, aluminium, film, television, cell phone, gas, etc. Fourth, monopolistic competition. Freedom of entry and exit, but firms have differentiated products. Likelihood of normal profits in the long term. As for example, restaurant, hairdressers, clothing, TV programs, etc. Fifth, duopoly, where two firms dominate the market. A duopoly falls between a monopoly and oligopoly. As for example, Boeing and Airbus are the only major manufacturers of large commercial aircraft. Visa and MasterCard processes most digital transactions. Google and Meta, Facebook and Instagram hold a dominant duopoly in online advertising. In all these markets, market failure may occur for imbalanced provision of resources. That's all for today. Thank you for watching the video.